Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void, and today it's going to be a best of 3 featuring MARU and Dark. This is a 2022 match, as you can tell by the map pool. Top right side, we're going to have MARU, the GSL champion, and in the bottom left it's going to be Dark, the world champion, and also a GSL champion. So it's going to be a TVZ best of 3 here from 2022. And yeah, it's going to be a Patreon game for those of you who support me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. I really do appreciate it. You get to see this a month before anybody else on the YouTube channel if you're watching this the week of January the 25th. Thanks again for being a patron. And if you're watching this in February 2023, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week or more with StarCraft 2 content. Yeah, all right. So as of today, January 23rd, they released a new patch and a new map pool just right before Katowice for some reason. I feel like it would have been better to wait to release the balance patch until after Katowice, but I don't know what's going on at Blizzard these days. It is dead. It is basically dead. I don't know who's running the balance patches, but okay. Nothing to worry about, I guess. Nothing will be done by my complaining. So it's a Reaper expand timing here from MARU, 16, 18, 17. Here from Dark. Dark is not above a pool first play. He is very, very good at them. But today, it's a hatch first here against MARU. Yeah, there we go. Expansion, 1 gas, 2 gas. Walling off against early Lings. Are we SCV scouting? Yes, we are, because MARU's very smart. SCV scouting, let's know it's going to be a pool first play or a hatch first play. And yep, that's all I needed to see. It's a hatch first play. So we can send the Reaper out. This Reaper's name is Hyper One. Unknown to the Team Liquid map contest judges, the Zerg Overmind was watching. Horrified to see a map with rocks blocking expansions, the Overmind was determined to find out who was responsible and mete out a fitting punishment to deter anyone from ever attempting such a travesty ever again. Surveying the punishment options available and discovering the culprit was Falcon Paladin subscriber Hyper One, the Overmind colluded with Emperor Menks to have the offender put in a Reaper suit to die a horrible death. Whoa, look at that timing! I did not line that up, I promise. Die a horrible death and set an example to all future map makers about the wrongness of putting rocks on expansions. Holy crap! That really lined up perfectly. That was some... wow, that was some lucky timing for sure. So yeah, the backstory on that is Hyper One, a long-time subscriber of the channel. I like Hyper One a lot. He's got a lot of enthusiasm for StarCraft. He started getting into map making in 2022 and submitted a bunch of maps to the Team Liquid map contest and actually got some of them selected for like the top 10 or top 5 or whatever it was. So good for him. I don't think any of them were selected to actually get into the map pool, but for his first time making maps, that's sick. And he's like a young kid too. I think he's a teenager. So Hyper One, a lot of talent. Watch out for him in the future. But man, as a Reaper, he died. Whoa! Oh, I pressed back. I meant to do this. He did get 1 Ling kill, which is good. It's real nice, I guess. Oh wow, that was amazing! I cannot believe how cool that was. So yeah, this is going to be a best of 3, as it says down here, between these 2 players, MARU and Dark. The last time they played in a series, this is not accurate. One of the times they played in a series in 2022 was part of July's. Is it Valencia? That was then. Either way, bit of an older replay, but I figured, whatever. I don't have any professional games to cast from the current patch anyway, so older patch it's going to be. I don't know that the newer patch is going to change a ton, but we don't really have a lot of time with it. So we'll have to see. A lot of people are complaining that it's allowing Zerg to have a lot of benefits by nerfing things like ghosts and disruptors and shield batteries. What else from Terran got nerfed? Cyclones are kind of nerfed and kind of buffed in other ways. It's interesting. Magfield Accelerator doesn't do bonus damage to armor anymore. It just does flat extra damage against everybody, but less damage. So they do less damage to like roaches and things, but more damage to everything else, which I found was interesting. But I don't know, they nerfed Zerg too. Ravager morphin time went from like 8 to 12 seconds, which kind of nerfs Ravager rushes a little bit. Vipers, after they cast a spell, they have like a half-second sit there and wait time before they can move or cast anything else. So Vipers can't wander in, abduct twice, and then get out of it immediately, right? You got to come in, abduct, wait half a second, abduct, wait half a second, and then flee. Yeah, it really nerfed Vipers quite a bit in these higher level games. So, I don't know, like they made Broodlords faster, but also the Broodlings last a shorter amount of time. So, it's kind of all over the place. And I don't know how it's going to affect win rates at all. But I guess we'll see again in the future. By the time you're seeing this, you know, and I'm ranting about a brand new patch, it'll be a month. Most of you will be seeing this a month after the patch has gone live. And will, as Katowice will probably already happened. So we'll have an answer for which race seems to benefit from the current patch the most. And I don't know. Like, maybe everybody's right. Maybe it's just Zerg. Maybe it's just Zerg who really didn't need a buff in any way. Maybe they just got enough help that it just made them better. It's tough, man. It's tough. I don't know. Anywho, so we're going to get Hellion pressure over that way. Going to unload on the right side of Waterfall. A bunch of Marines. Get an Overlord. Pick up a Creep Tumor. Love that stuff. And then maybe scan. Ooh, get like, wow, this is a lot of tumors in this scan area. Bam, 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 and bam. That was one of the most cost-efficient scans and Creep Tumor kills. 2 Overlords died, too. That was a really effective attack there from MARU. Loving that a lot. Slowing down creep spread, supply blocking Dark while we're at it. Dark's getting a Baneling Nest because he knows he needs that against Terrans. Obviously, Macro Hatch in the main base. 1-1 coming in for his Lings and his Banes. And potentially future Ultralisks if we get there. Gets time to unload here at this 4th base. And jump in, stim in. Get some shots off, but there's enough Lings and Queens here to shove them away, and they know that. They're backing off a little bit prematurely, but you're going to try to boost into the main. The Lings start running, but there's a Spore. Love that Spore position. Zergs do this. Spread the creep to the edge of your main. Get a Spore out here. It just makes Terrans have a lot of a harder time getting in there and unloading a drop in your face, especially this stage of the game. All right. Dark making a run by into the 3rd base. That's why there's this wall of supply depots here, so the Lings can't just get right into the mineral line, but they kind of just get right into the mineral line. More Lings trying to get us around on this Hellion tank Marine thing. Wow. Oh, picking up the tank, trying to get it out of there. Everybody's left behind. Dies. 10. Wow, 10 SCVs down. Supply depots going down. Is it going to supply block MARU? No, but it's going to be close. Can't be happy about that. 101 supply. Yeah, 100 to 109 total supply. Bad place for MARU. Meanwhile, Dark has been able to saturate his 4th base. He's got some drones coming in on that one. He's getting centrifugal hooks. Getting Burrow. Getting 2-2 for his Lings and his Banes. MARU sitting on 1-1. Not working on 2-2 quite yet. See, implementing Banelings into his... Nope, not going for Banelings. That's something that Clem likes to do. MARU less of a Baneling fan. And right side, bam. Okay, forces a cancel on that 5th base right side here for Dark. So MARU's getting his licks in because of course he is. He's MARU. He's an absolute monster. And a pickup. A couple Marines die, but overall, it's fine. It's fine. Infestation Pit coming in. Yeah, I mean, Dark is just rushing to Hive here in 8 minutes, which is good. 2-2's getting on the way here from MARU. I don't know. Army value for Dark is bigger. He's got more of an economy. The income tab is favoring MARU right now because mules are good. But this Hive timing at 813 is sick from Dark. He's doing a great job on the offense, on the defense, teching up, maxing out. He's at 149 supply at 820. That's after losing a lot of Lings too. Siege tank high ground, siege tank low ground, siege tank on this side too. Yeah, Lings and Banes chasing these medevacs around. Get on out. Yeah, 5th base on the way here from Dark. Or this is the 5th base. I don't know. He's kind of double expanding left side, right side. This is not going well, I don't think. And based on the tech path here, I think we're going to see Ultralisks in this game. Maybe going to try to get in there before Ghosts are really a problem for MARU. Oh, they did nerf Ghosts in that patch too. So where you can break the lock-on for snipe. Like, you see this all the time in ZVTs, right? Lurkers are burrowed. A snipe shows up on them. They unburrow and run. And they get, like, 8 miles away and they still die because there was no breaking that lock. And now there is. There is the option to break the lock on that. So that's nice. Bad. Worse for Ghosts, but, you know. And their EMP radius got reduced. Ooh, nice stop on those Banelings. A nice pickup by MARU. Whoa, chaos! At the 3rd base, getting into the natural base too here. I think MARU's dead. This is looking pretty bad for our Terran player. Lings, Banes all over him. 2-2 upgrades on these dudes. The third base is a ghost town. GG Dark gets that win in game number 1. Yeah, I mean, we didn't even need Ultralisks, man. He never even got Adrenal either. This was just 2-2 Lings and Banes. He was just able to slow MARU down enough, right? He's able to get that attack into the third base, shut that down for a while, kill a bunch of SCVs, keep his bases alive for the most part, and he's just up to 76 workers. He's humming on all cylinders. MARU was not really able to bother him hardly at all. Not enough to make a difference here. Anyway, in game number 1, resources lost are 5,700 for Dark and 6,000 for MARU. More resources lost than a TVZ means you lost. That's it. 100 Lings died, 3 Queens died, 6 Banelings. That's all for Dark. Like, that's a pretty economical loss for sure. He killed 50 Marines, 2 Siege Tanks, 3 Hellions, and 2 Medevacs, bunch of supply depots. I mean, he was all up in MARU's business on those 2 major attacks, and he got it done. So game 1 goes to our guy, Dark, who is abjectly scary. But you know what? MARU's scary too. Let's see what he's got. Does he have it in him to win a game number 2 here? Let's find out together. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Game 2 is here on Inside and Out. Top right, MARU. Bottom left, Dark. So yeah, thanks everybody who supports me on Patreon. I do appreciate it. If you want to support me somewhere else other than Patreon, because you don't like Patreon, which I do understand, you can support me here on YouTube as well. We've got channel memberships here. Just to click the join button down below. And you can support me for as little as $1.99 a month. You get a green name. You get access to emojis that nobody else does unless they're also a channel member. And you get the warm feeling of supporting StarCraft 2 from Falcon Paladin. And if you don't want to support me on an ongoing basis, hit the super lit thanks button in the bottom. It's a heart that YouTube has decided on for that. Also PayPal. I'm just at PayPal at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Some people have used that in the past, and I really do appreciate it. I really do like, you know, just getting support as everybody else does, and just makes me feel warm, right? A lot of StarCraft players and a lot of StarCraft fans in the world today. Still, 10 years. Well, almost 10 years. After, oh, hang on a second. Math. 13 years? There we go. 13 years after StarCraft 2 came out. There are still a lot of StarCraft 2 fans. Woof. Anyway, once again, not pool firsting it is Dark. He respects MARU too much. That's for sure. Not a Reaper. Hear from MARU. And SCV Scout. SCV Scout. No? Okay. Maybe SCV Scout a little bit later. Checking for proxies is Dark. He does respect MARU's proxy game. That is for certain. As everybody else in the world does as well. Everybody who knows. So Barracks Factory. You have no idea if this is a pool first tier, MARU. But it's not, so you got lucky. Man, I would SCV Scout Dark every single time I played against him if I was MARU. Because, man, pool first play from Dark into Roach Warren especially is so hard to hold. So hard. So I cast in a Afrika World, which I haven't done for a while because, I don't know, everybody's busy over the holidays, but now we're in January, so nobody's busy. Anyway, that's pretty much the only time I get to cast StarCraft 2 live, especially with players of these caliber. Man, it was a finals, a best of 7 finals between Bjorn and Dark, you guys. That's insane. That's insanely good. We've done Rogue Classic. Like, I mean, we've gotten so many incredible Koreans out there. It's been sick. We've gotten Raynor to play too. We need to get Cyril to join in. He doesn't seem that interested, but I feel like we should be able to get him at some point. But anyway, point is, that's over in Afrika. AfrikaTV.com/LaughingGames. We're like the biggest thing on Afrika when we're casting. Because again, it's super high level StarCraft with amazing players. But the point is, if you want to link to that, let me know. But the point is that I believe Dark pool firsted every single game against Bjorn in that series. Every single one. Sometimes he went for a bunch of Lings. Most of the time he went for a Roach Warren and Ravagers, and that was on the patch where Ravager eggs morph in slower. So it was like, Dark's trying to prove that doesn't actually hurt. And it worked, man. I'm telling you it worked, but that's Dark. Like, in a nutshell, he will go fast against you in a time when Zergs don't like doing that, right? It's not very strong. But Dark's like, I'm a monster. I can do whatever I want. Screw you. And he does. So this was an interesting little poke out. He kind of walks across the map with some Marines and a Widow Mine, and then he's like, I guess the timing for the medevac here works. Ooh, there's a Roach Warren from Dark. This could be a Roach Ravager style attack, which can be dealt with Banshees. And sometimes Cyclones, depending on how good the Cyclone play is. And again, this is on the old patch, so Cyclones against Roaches are amazing. Not good against Ravagers necessarily, though. Anyway, here comes a drop for MARU at a really odd timing, right? Usually you wait for 2 medevacs, but first medevac here. Widow Mine out. Marines going. Reaction time of Dark is a little bit slow. Widow Mine trying to burrow in and get a shot off, and fine. He takes 1 drone. He'll accept it. He doesn't. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't unburrow that and get it back in. Strange. Hellions on the attack here too, but Roaches are out, and Roaches are moving. This is not a pool first play, but this is a Roaches are moving across the map very, very quickly towards your front door. How are you going to hold this? Well, there's a Banshee on the way. Okay. So, oh, a Ling scouted that too. Dude, Ling got inside. He knows it's Banshees. He's like, well, I just got to kill you before the Banshee comes out, I guess. Yeah, Hellions versus Roaches, you're just going to have a bad time. But with some Marine support, okay. All right. Maru's like, what are you doing? You don't have enough Roaches to shut this down. And the Banshee's like, you definitely don't have enough Roaches to shut this down. And wow, every Roach dies. Bam, bam, bam. Wham, bam. All 3 dying pretty much simultaneously. That was kind of fun. Yo, Dark's like, okay, well, that didn't work, but guess what? I've got 49 workers. I've got 3 bases. I'm going up to a lair. I've got spores on the way because Banshees are a concern, especially, you know, if they have Cloak, which they don't because they lifted, or MARU lifted the starport to put it onto a reactor. So 1 Banshee exists. No Cloaks being researched. It's going to be 1 Banshee for the rest of all time in this game. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if there was another Banshee made today. Well, rather, in this game anyway. I don't know. This could be a 2-0 Dark. You don't know at all. Okay. All right. Roaches hanging out. Dude. Additional barracks coming in for MARU, because what else is he going to do? Is he going to mech against Dark today? No, he's not. He could. MARU can do whatever he wants. He could go mass battlecruiser against Dark and probably make it work. I mean, is that true? I don't know. When's the last time we saw a Zerg player lose against mass BC? It's been a while. I'm just going to give that a it's been a while status. 4th base from Dark coming in. And MARU's in a way better position in game 2 here than he was in game number 1. Dark invested a lot into that Roach attack, and it got almost nothing done. And again, he scouted it. He scouted the Banshee, and he was like, yep. Marine's getting a cancel on that 4th base. Nice. They just kind of wander in. Oh, medevac killed. Uh-oh. Run! Our ride's down, boys. 3rd base getting saturated here from MARU. Handful of Ravagers being like, we can win this game with Ravagers, right? Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. So I don't think this is going to be Dark. Well, Roach Ravager Army has an expiration date on it. So if you're going to Roach Ravager like this, you might as well be aggressive. Because you just kind of max on Roach Ravager and sit back, then MARU's like, sure, I'll just get 3-3 for my Marines and Marauders and you'll die. Have fun with that. Ooh, Banshee's got 6 kills, but getting chased by Queens. Run, Banshee. Get out of there. MARU coming on the right side. Got some siege tanks against Ravagers. Not exactly ideal. Did this get sniffed out? Does Dark know this is here? Is he repositioning for it? Not really, no. But now he knows, so whatever. It's fine. He gets his advance warning regardless. This is our 8-minute timing attack. It's a little bit later than a 7-minute, but he kind of went that early one too. Busting in is Dark. Crucible on that tank. Tank down. There we go. Another tank gonna die. Yeah, for sure. That tank is going to die. Crucible. Boop. Boop. And regular attacks. Got him. Okay, but man, a lot of trades here. Queens are dying. Ravagers are dying. Reinforcements cruising in from MARU. He's like, who needs 3-3? I've got 1-1. He's absolutely kicking butt and taking names right now. Queens are dying all over the place. Army value 58 to 47. What did I say about Roach Ravager? Traditionally, they have an expiration date. It's usually a bit later than this, but MARU's like, nah, it's now. Roach Ravager bad now, thank you. I guess they don't have any upgrades, do they? No. No Carapace, no missile attack. I think Dark's going to tap out before his Carapace is done, potentially. Oh, Ravagers just kind of suck here, don't they? Kind of suck here. Pick up the tank. There's room, right? Yes, there is. Okay. All right. MARU gets a ton of work done there, but Dark has got a lot of Roaches and Ravagers. They're pretty cheap on supply, which is why he has an even army supply compared to MARU here. MARU's got a 4th base coming up. Dark, bam, lost his own 4th base. So, yeah, base count-wise, this is looking pretty terrible for our Zerg player right now. He's, again, going for melee attack upgrades when all he has right now are Roaches and Ravagers. He doesn't have any Lings at all. Okay, he's making 12. Banelings would be good. I don't know. Just traditionally, you know, Banelings are good in situations like this, but he's trying to make the Roach Ravager thing work. Good Ling Scout. Oh, sees him coming in. Creep tumors dying. A lot of tumors have died for a 10-minute game so far. 25, 26, 27 have gone down. MARU's one of the best at clearing that creep. I love this Ling. He's very brave. He's very dead, but, you know, brave and dead sometimes go hand in hand. All right, MARU coming in for round 3 on the attack. Stims in, says Roach die. Says Ravagers die. Siege tanks get some big hits off here. Stuttering back there. The Lings are wrapping around, and that went way better for Dark. Yeah, okay. Roach, Ravager, Zergling, or like Banelings are in the mix here too. Centrifugal Hooks is on the way. 2-2 finishing up from MARU. A bit of a 2-2 timing attack here. There it is. So 2-2's done. 2-2 is not done for Dark's Zergy things, his melee things, which again isn't really a part of his army. Banelings exploding on Ravagers. Not what you want to see. Corrosive Biles. Woo, very closely dodged there. Woo. By MARU. That hatch taking hits from 2-2 Marauders is not good. Dark cannot allow that to die. Not possible. Okay, well, he's decided he's going to let it die. Evacuation of drones. Banelings dying before they come out of their cocoons. Banelings exploding immediately after coming out of their cocoons. Army value 96 to 63. If you're getting chased with a Roach Ravager army, you're having a bad time. They are really intended to be aggressive, and if you're running, it means you're losing. Lings cruising in with almost 2-2. So close, but it doesn't matter, GG! And MARU wins game number 2 to tie this best of 3 up on Inside and Out. Yeah, that early aggression, I think, really threw our guy off. Like, really, really threw off Dark and kind of set him behind. And then he went for this Roach Ravager stuff. You know? I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of Roach Ravager, especially if you're defending with it, right? If you're marching up to an enemy base with a ton of Roach Ravager, I feel better about it for you as a Zerg player. But if you're just kind of defending, it's tougher, it usually feels like, for some reason. I don't know what it is. But man, MARU was on a tear there. He kills 2 hatcheries, 15 drones, loses no SCVs, no bases today. Resources lost in this game are 14,000 for Dark and only 8,000 for MARU. That's what you want to see if you're a Terran fan. MARU's like, yeah, bring it. Bring it up. All right, that was really, truly good stuff from MARU. But, you know, you expect really, truly good stuff from MARU. When he doesn't give you really, truly good stuff, you're like, what's wrong? And then, you know, he does this. And you're like, oh, okay, all's right in the world. So nice job. So we're tied up, moving into a game 3, which should be a ton of fun. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's move on into our rubber match. It's Cosmic Sapphire, game 3. Top left Dark, bottom right MARU. All right, man. Cosmic Sapphire. I do like this map. I miss it. Bottom left, a nice gold base. Top right, 2 rich Vespine geyser bases next to each other, kind of. Separated by 2 bridges. And this is a weird high ground. I'm not entirely sure if I've ever seen anybody use this. Maybe tanks on the high ground to shell your opponent's Rich Vespine Geyser base? Other than that, I don't know. All right, Dark. We can go pool first here today on MARU, or you're just going to go hatch first all 3 games versus MARU. Out of respect, out of fear that MARU can hold off your pool first game. All right, so all 3 games, hatch first. Here from Dark, 16, 18 gas, 17 pool. We know how that works. And MARU, are you going to go command center first? We're going to go command center first. Okay. Oh, man, that is so good here from MARU. So impossible to punish as a Zerg player unless you go pool first. And that's just lucky. It's just luck, right? You have no way of scouting this unless you drone scout, but professional Zergs are super opposed to drone scouting. So command center first plays are viable. Just don't do it every single time, because then the Zerg will pool first you every single time and you will die. But just, you know, throw it in every once in a while. Get that economic advantage. All right, man. Dark is in trouble. Man, I feel like the command center first TVZ has a nice win rate on my channel. I feel like it's successful maybe 3/4 of the time. Which is good. Which is good in the world of StarCraft. Just to be clear. We're going to make a Reaper? Going to make a Reaper, MARU? Huh? Going to make a Reaper? No. Just a Marine. Okay. We've got Reaper names. We've got 2 Reaper names left. So again, if you want your Reaper name to be read on the Falcon Paladin StarCraft 2 channel, just leave it in a comment. Say Reaper name, state the name, and that's it. If you want to do a backstory, you can, but you don't need to. Pretty quick third base hatch here from Dark. That's actually zippy third. Is that one before? It just feels fast, but it's not before. Actually, it was before speed. Okay, so it's before metabolic boost anyway. Fair enough. A little fast on the third base. That's going to help him keep up with his command center first play from MARU. So that's a nice win from Dark. I still don't think he knows about. He has no vision at all on what MARU is up to. Look at that third CC getting started at 2:30 or something. Yeah, MARU is just trying to out macro the Zerg player as hard as he Terranly can. It's got a. There you go. Metabolic boost getting started now. Queensling's going to be on the defense here for the time being. It was a fairly fast starport, but nah, it's within the realm of normality here in TVZ for sure. Creep spread, pushing P. As some of my Gen Z Discord members would say. Yeah, Hellion to defend against any kind of Ling attacks. Like, that was a sad day for me as a Zerg player when I was playing ladder to be like, okay, I can Baneling bust Terrans pretty effectively, and most of the time it'll hurt them. But then everybody started opening up Hellions, and it was like, oh, okay, so all my off-creep Zerglings are going to die. And then the Banelings on their own can't do a lot. And it was sad. It kind of just completely destroyed the viability of Ling openings, which is why they do it. Terrans are like, Hellions have map control, Hellions can deal with Lings real easy. Like, for example, this one. And there's just no reason to die to any kind of a Baneling bust at all when you've got those Hellions out. It's smart. Smart stuff. Alright, what do we got going on? Anything? Nothing interesting at all, man. I guess double Evo Chamber this early is a little bit interesting from Dark. He's trying to keep up with the upgrade timings of the Terran here, who doesn't have engineering bays yet. Although he did just start them at this very second. So, engineering bays exist. Yeah, this is the macro heaviest version of this matchup we've seen so far today, it feels like. At least especially the opening for MARU indicates that's what we're going to get. Third base landing for MARU at, you know, sub 5 minutes. No big deal. Oh, interesting Viking out. Just hunting overlords. Oh, have I talked about Terry the Overlord today? I don't think I've mentioned Terry yet. Well, he's dead because I'm sure the Viking... This kill is probably Terry, based on the fact that he was over here and there's no overlords in the area now. But yeah, check out falconpaladin.store. You can get Terry the Overlord shirts from there. There's one kind that has a picture of Terry and the words Terry the Overlord underneath it. And there is another kind of shirt that just has Terry the Overlord on it. Also, a Terry the Overlord mug is available. Right? Got a pretty cool beanie out there. Got a couple hoodies if you're interested. Yeah, check it out. falconpaladin.store if you're interested in any of the merch. Fourth base coming in from Dark. Cool, love that. Macro hatch again. He likes that macro hatch, you know. If you're a lower level Zerg player, just get a macro hatch. Just do it every game. You're not going to be like, man, I have way too much larva, probably, you know? It's not really a problem us lower level Zerg players run into all that much. Dang it. I've got 30 extra larva and I can't spend it. Nope, no, that doesn't really ring a bell for me. All right, Widowmine's coming in. Armory going to permacloak those suckers when they're burrowed, which is nice. Hellions killing creep tumors through the debris here, which has an entire bus in it. And like a train. What happened? What is this debris? And I know it was just designed by a doodad designer, but some kind of bus train accident? I don't know. Viking cruising around out in the far vast reaches of space. Vikings can do that. They don't need to be they don't have to be an atmosphere, right? I don't think so. Lore-wise, anyway. Wall of supply depots protecting this third base. I mean, there's still this attack vector, but okay. Remember what I said about Ling attacks not being super effective? Oh crap, the front door was wide open. Okay, Lings get into the third base. Oh gosh, Widowmine gonna kill all these Lings? Yes! Big Widowmine hit, but the third base is majorly under attack. Dark just with a really non-standard Ling attack timing here, and all of a sudden MARU's in an absolute world of hurt. He was doing so very well, but now he's lost 28 SCVs. His third base is a ghost town. SCVs are trying to run over them, but Banelings are like, oh, are you? Slow Banelings are getting connections on Marines here. Hellbats, trying to save the day, but dude, 35 SCVs just died there on a very weird Ling Bane timing attack from Dark. It's what this man does. Oh, Widowmine does some damage to his own dudes. Banelings don't really connect on the Hellbats, which is, oh, okay, so 5 more SCVs died. The Hellbats were trying to stop it. They couldn't do it. Okay, so after the end of all that, it's 70 to 39 workers. Look at that spike in income advantage from Dark. Okay. Wow, Dark, you scary, man. You are so scary. MARU was just happily mining away. Happily had like 70 workers of his own and had a third base and was like, okay, I'm in position to win this game. And the Dark was like, no, you're not. A million 1/1 Lings are going to show up with Banelings. Centrifugal hooks will finish in the middle of that attack somewhere, and then you will lose half of your economy. Have a nice day. So MARU says, I got to make something happen, and he comes up the right side toward the fourth base of Dark, burrows some Widowmines in strategic retreat positions. Does kill 3 drones of his own. Excellent Widowmines. Oh, that was a 6 split. That was not as good of a split, but it was pretty good nevertheless. Dark splits are nice. Then Banelings roll into the third base of MARU and kill 8 more SCVs. So he's down 5 workers after that attack of his own. Okay, 4th command center, says MARU. We got to do a 4th CC. We must use mules to compensate for the lack of SCVs. We must resaturate the third base as much as we can. We must recover from this. Attack right side, attack left side. 2 separate armies coming on in here. Lings, Banes. Sneaking down, maybe going for another counterattack, but do you have the time to do that? And he says, kind of. We're going to bust through here, though. Oh, gosh. Oh, for the love of all that is holy. Great split. 6 split. Third base in trouble again. No. Attack right side, kind of winning from MARU. Attack left side, not winning from MARU, and that's your GG. Yo, so 3 10-minute games in a row. Dark wins game 1, MARU wins game 2, and Dark wins game 3. Just, the games he won were just largely on the back of Lings and Banes, weren't they? He's just, just Lings, Banes, no Roaches, no Ravagers required. Really Queens for defense early, but no need to get into Ultras or get Spellcasters at all. Insane. Insane displayed from Dark there. That was so sick. So we're just going to watch. There's a lot going on here, and this is a lot of my Brood War fans are like, StarCraft 2 is just 2 big armies face smashing against each other all the time, and I'm like, that is not true. This is not true. Look at this. There's attacks going on in 3 different places on the map right now. This group, the Hellbats, just taking Banelings in the face. I guess. These guys fighting queens, not doing too poorly either. I think he could have won this, but his third base was in shambles again, and he just wasn't doing any damage to Dark. Dark was holding this. Dark was probably holding this. Even if he lost this, he's probably still in a fine place. So MARU reads the room and taps out. He only lost 46 SCVs in 9 minutes, which is problematic. And the income tab only looks like this after 9 minutes, and that is more of a problem. So, yeah, man, Dark. It'll just show up. It'll just show up at your house with a bunch of Lings and Banes when you're not ready for it. And you'll have a bad time. Wow. I mean, that was just Dark, man. That was Dark doing Dark Zergy things. Kind of inspiring, right? Like, if you're Dark and you play like Dark, you're going to show up with 40 Lings and like 10 Banelings against your opponent and murder them when they're on 3 bases. And they have a big army, but they can't be everywhere at once, obviously. And then just defend with whatever you have left home. It's easy stuff, it really is. Dark just makes it look easy, right? Sure does. Okay, that was something to behold. I mean, that's just Dark. Like, I don't know what to tell you other than this is what Dark does to people. Will the current patch that you're watching right now allow Dark to do more scary stuff, or will he be nerfed a little bit? Dunno. Guess we'll find out, I suppose. I'm not even sure what else to say. That's how he won his 2 games, which is Lings and Banes showing up when MARU wasn't quite ready for it. Kind of winning the early game too, right? And that helps. That helps a lot to get some nice defense early, or maybe some kind of aggression early. And then just lean on that to get to a win, before the 10-minute mark or so. Good stuff. Really good stuff. All right, neat. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a best of 3. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.